Hello, everyone. Happy Fortitude Day and Strength End. I felt really called. This started to come through yesterday, and I really wanted to share this with everyone because there's a lot of people who are jumping onto DMs feeling called to your energy and wanting to give you a reading. They want to know your zodiac sign, and they're almost trying to push their energy into your fields. There's also a lot of really uncertainty for a good word, a small word, with everything that's going on in the world. These global Satanist evil beings who are trying to get into our fields, take our consent, take authority over us. I've even experienced recently, people who think that they don't know who they're serving. And so, the work that they're doing is not pure, it's not Christed, and, it's really meant to create harm. And I know my teacher, Emily Joy Harris, and I think many of the other oracles have had to do a lot to clear out a lot of dark energy and hijacking from people who chose to work with the wrong healers, readers, and coaches because of the implants and the energy that was put into them. So, one of the things that I want to do is to speak this divine protection into our fields. So I know not everyone does field work, so I will have a collective aspect of today's session, but I really invite you to speak this into your own fields, to set the intention, whether you know exactly what you're doing, but just to feel it and set the intention, or even just to say, I give Megan consent to speak this into my fields, whatever that looks like and feels like to you. And if none of this feels right, don't receive it. So anyway, I've already created protection around all of us, and I'm going to now go into the fields. So I open up my own quantum galactic Akashic records and the collective quantum and galactic Akashic fields and records of anyone who consents and asks for me to also speak these words into their fields to anchor in this divine protection in everyone's fields. So, right. And so these are the words that we're going to speak into the fields. To anyone who enters my personal fields, or to anyone who has given me consent to speak these words. So anyone who enters our personal fields and our energy, including our homes, our businesses, our family, without my express consent, if you come with peace, love, respect, and sincere efforts to help me, to help us succeed in life, we return this energy to you 1,000-fold with so much love and gratitude. So we do allow ourselves to receive help that comes from a place of love, with or without consent, preferably with consent. But when you give that to us, we give it back to you as well. So we thank you. To anyone who comes into my fields or energy, and to anyone who has given me consent to speak this into their fields. So to anyone who comes into our fields energy, including our homes, our businesses, our families, friends, animals, with consent, or even perceived, are yes, with consent or perceived consent, who wish to do me, us, our families, businesses, anything, animals, harm. I return that energy to you 100-fold with the might of God behind me. You will be permanently blocked for all eternity from entering our fields and our energies for now and forever, with the full weight of God behind us. And so it is. To anyone who comes into my fields or energy, including my home, family, friends, my business, my animals, without consent, and to do harm, and to anyone who has given me permission to speak these words into their fields, I return that energy to you 1,000-fold, and with all karmic repercussions, and with the full might of God behind me. You are permanently barred for all eternity, and any further attempts to access mine or our fields will result in the world seeing your full darkness now and forever. So again, please come with love, with respect, and with sincere efforts to help us succeed. But if you come from a place of darkness without consent, we have the full might, and we give God the full permission of God's might behind us to remove you permanently from our fields. You are no longer allowed to do any harm. All of it returns to you 100-fold, 1,000-fold, 1,000,000-fold, because you do not have our consent, and you do not have the authority of myself or anyone else who receives this work, and you do not have the consent of God to enter our fields. So thank you. And with that, we seal this protection up into our fields in all directions of time and space, and through all generations, bloodlines, and timelines, for now and until eternity. So mote it be. And then we ground that energy down, anchoring it into our grounding platforms. And we step out of the fields, returning the energy and receiving our own energies back. So thank you. I hope this helps. I may do it again. I know it was a little awkward trying to do for myself and for others, but I just really wanted to get this out there, because I think it's really important to put that level of protection, that it is not okay. We are the authority of our fields, and we will receive all the love that is given to us, but we will not consent now or ever to anyone coming into our fields to do us harm. So thank you. Have a wonderful strength end.